Hi, this is Aishling from Shannon Library. So today I have a really interesting story to tell you for spring into story time. And the story starts with Pips. This is Pips. Say hi, Pips. Pips is my little cat, and she loves playing in the woods and exploring, and she's always chasing mice and going after little creatures in the woods. So one day I was following her and she led me to somewhere that I hadn't been before, so I'll show you there now. So in the woods near my house a couple of years ago there was a big storm and loads of the trees fell over, and what was left is all the roots of the trees. So I'm going to show you this big tree where there's loads of roots. So one day Pip was rooting around here and I found something that was really cute and interesting. So in the roots of this tree there lives something. It's like a little nest, and what's in here, I'm going to be quiet. What's in here, I'm going to move back this. Can you see a little guy in there? So this little guy, be really quiet. This little guy, it's called a sleepy squirrel, and sleepy squirrels are in the woods around here. There's not very many of them, but I think there's only about 2 around here, and I've never ever seen one before. So I thought we'd put this back over him. I thought I'll tell you a story about a sleepy squirrel. So because I don't think anybody has ever heard of a sleepy squirrel before, and I couldn't find any stories about any sleepy squirrels. Maybe there is. If you know some, you can tell me the next time when you're in the library, when you're back open again. So what I thought I'd do is I'd write my own story about a sleepy squirrel. So this is Codladh, and he is a sleeping squirrel. So he's really sleepy. He sleeps all of the time. So what happens to Codladh? He loves to sleep. He's always sleeping. His favourite thing in the whole wide world is to sleep. So he sleeps in his little nest, and he sleeps in the morning. Loves sleeping. He sleeps in the middle of the day. When it's daytime and the sun is fully up, he's still asleep. In the evening time, before it even starts getting dark, he's still asleep. And in the night time, when all the bats come out, Codladh is still asleep. So he loves sleeping. So we see if he gets up to anything. So this is Codladh. The only time that Codladh wakes up is when there's a full moon. So this is the full moon, which of course is the best moon. I think everybody would agree with me. And so Codladh, he's after waking up when there's a full moon. That's the only time he ever wakes up. So he's still sleepy, but he is awake. So I wonder what he fancies when he wakes up. So this is when Codladh, we'll see what he does. So when Codladh wakes up, which is only when there's a full moon, which is when the moon is out really bright and it wakes him up from his sleep, guess what he does? Codladh eats a delicious acorn burger. So that's the only time he wakes up, is to eat his acorn burger. And then when he has this huge gigantic burger eaten, he goes back to sleep again. So I was thinking, because I couldn't find any stories about Codladh, a sleeping squirrel, anywhere, I was thinking that it would be really nice if maybe when you're at home you could do some drawings of Codladh and maybe come up with some adventures for him. So you could come up with some ideas for what he might do when he wakes up when the full moon is out. Maybe he meets some of his friends in the forest. So I think that would be a really nice idea. And when we're open again, when the library's open again, I would love it if you would come in and show me if you did any drawings of Codladh, or if you have any stories of any adventures he might get up to. So I think we better be quiet now, because we don't want to wake him up. But I hope you liked this story of Codladh, the little sleepy squirrel.